White topping is a technology of providing a layer of concrete on existing bitumen road instead of continuing to provide bitumen layers at frequent intervals. The white-topped concrete road has a lifespan of over 30 years. This concrete layer utilizes the existing bitumen road as a base and gives a strong, durable surface for the road users. As in construction of any roads, the levels, chambers and the gradients are carefully studied. The location and the alignment of service lines like water supply, drainage, telecommunication cables and underground electric cables also needs to be precisely mapped. Provision should be made for relocating the lines if required. The road will have to be closed for traffic for a short period during the construction and the curing. Let us now see how a white topping road is constructed. The first physical activity on the white topping concrete road construction site will be milling. Milling is the process of removing the weak rotted top layer of the existing bitumen road using a miller. There are several types of millers. The one seen here has the ability to mill the surface and transfer the grit to a truck for disposal. After milling is complete, the road surface is cleared of loose particles both manually as well as by using a high-pressure air jet. White topping work is done with a machine called a paver, which is either fixed form paver or slip form paver. The concrete for white topping work is normally grade M40, giving a minimum flexural strength of 4.5 MPa on the day the traffic is to be allowed on the road. The concrete is made fairly stiff with very low water cement ratio and a slump which is less than 30 millimeters maintained for slip form pavers and about 75 to 80 millimeters maintained for fixed form pavers. The concrete for slip form pavers is transported on dumpers as the concrete cannot be discharged from transit mixers. Sometimes we need to take assistance of a power shovel to pull out concrete from the dumpers. The power shovel is also used to spread the concrete in front of the paving machines. A slip form paving machine does not require any formwork to hold the concrete in place, even in green condition, as the water is squeezed out of concrete to such an extent that it retains its shape. The compaction is achieved with vibrators and hydraulic pressing. In case of fixed form pavers, there will be two channels laid on either side to hold the concrete in place till it hardens. These will also act as rails for pavers to move. The compaction is achieved by a set of vibrators and vibro rollers. After the paver machines complete their job, the concrete surface has to be finished similar to that of traveling. The high-end pavers are equipped with mechanical floaters which do the job to a considerable extent. However, it should be followed by a manual process using a tool called the bull float. This would also ensure that the bleed water is removed from the surface. For a better road grip, concrete surface is textured using a texturing tool. Texturing can be done either manually or mechanically. Once the texturing is completed and when concrete starts stiffening, a layer of curing compound is sprayed uniformly on the surface and on the sides of the concrete. This ensures that there is no moisture loss and reduces cracking. There are two types of curing compounds available: acrylic based, which is transparent, and wax based, which is white in color. After the curing compound dries up and as per the requirement of the climatic condition, the green concrete will have to be covered with a polythene sheet to ensure that the concrete is not adversely affected. After around 8 to 12 hours of concreting, the pavement groves are provided to a depth of 1/3 depth of concrete. Panels will be approximately 1 meter by 1 meter squares. This is done to ensure that the concrete does not crack haphazardly and stresses on concrete would be within the permissible limits. The hardened surface is covered with gunny bags or jute cloth which is kept wet so that the pavement is cool and moist resulting in better development of strength and makes the concrete durable. Traffic can generally be allowed on the surface after 7 days, depending on the strength achieved by the concrete. A special publication on white topping called SB 76 has been brought out by the Indian Roads Congress. White topping on roads has been implemented in several cities like Mumbai, Chennai, Pune, Nagpur, Bangalore, Jaipur, etc. These white top roads have performed extremely well during the recent floods in Chennai. White topping is a promising, cost-effective and a sustainable technology which needs to be implemented all over the country.